on Divorce Court today. Is messing around with groupies required behavior for an aspiring rapper? Bianca Ward and Brandon Ward have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toller to resolve. Testimony in Divorce Court starts now.
Mrs. Ward, you have a problem with how much your husband likes the ladies. Why don't you explain that to me?
Brandon, he has a thing with the thoughts.
The thoughts.
The
Now,
thoughts.
do you know what a thought is? I know what a thought is. Someone educated me.
I got a feeling it's not what I'm thinking.
No, it's not a thought. It has nothing to do with what's in your brain. It's those holes over there.
Yeah.
But Ms. Ward, go ahead. He has problems with a thought.
Yes, he does.
Go ahead.
He feels as if he needs to get his numbers up by interacting with these thoughts on college campuses, in dorm rooms, bars.
Now, what numbers is he trying to get up?
For his rap career. He's a rapper, entrepreneur, so he does a lot of promotion and stuff of that nature. So he feels as if he has these women, then, you know, he'll be more heard, I guess.
I got you. Now, Mr. Ward, I'm going to go to you for a second. And first of all, I say, Mrs. Ward wants out. She wants out of the marriage. She wants some things that she had done for your business. She wants to be reimbursed for those things. You, however, want to stay married. Is that accurate?
True.
Tell me what you think is going wrong and how you think you can save it.
I mean, Bianca, she just, when it comes to the business, she looks at it as that I'm supposed to be at home when I say I'm going to be home. If I give her a certain time and stuff like that, that I'm supposed to be home, like, right then and there. So I feel like if she could just get past, you know, the females of it, because, I mean, honestly, men, they're not going to gravitate towards men. They're going to, you know, be jealous of men, like, I'm not listening to that, whatever. They're going to feel that they go better, they go harder, or they're better. But females, you know, if you know, come off the right way, if you smell right, if you're cute, or whatever the case may be.
Right,
Hang on. What do you do with these women in order to promote your career? Remember, you wrote something down on a piece of paper, and I got it right here.
All right, well, she calls it cheating. I didn't call it cheating at the time. You know, I look at it as business. I looked at it as where I need to be on this campus so I could do shows. So I use the female, you know, to gain access to the building, you know, and
To be in their rooms.
Yeah, they rooms. So basically,
To have
without these females, you know, I wouldn't be able to get the shows that I got, throw the parties that I threw, because I was using them to get on campus.
You said, I admit, for a while during our marriage, I did hook up with a few women, but each time it was to further my career. So are you sleeping your way up the ranks of rapdom?
I wouldn't say it's sleeping. I just saying, you know, eventually, if you do something for somebody, they're going to want something from you. So I'm like, you know, if I throw her a little something, then she might tell her friends, you know, he's dope, you know, buy his music. Who knows?
I say something?
Why don't you just write good music?
I do. I do have good music.
Ms. Ward, what did you have to say?
He says he throws music, or he throws them a little something. Maybe he should have asked them to pay for his you know, his rap movements, his CDs, his gas, his food. Maybe he should have did that as well.
Now, you said you take care of all of that in the course of the marriage. You bought him a lot of equipment.
I have.
Yeah, and you say now that you want to go, you want to be reimbursed for all
I wouldn't mind
those
taking all of that stuff
with you.
Yes.
You wouldn't mind taking that stuff
sure
with you. I
wouldn't.
hear you. You say you have some tangible evidence of his cheating in the form of texts and other things. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what those things are?
Okay, we're gonna go back to the day he got caught. It was maybe about 2 o'clock, about 2:13 to be exact, in the morning. He received a text message, and at that time we were sleeping in separate bedrooms. I was pregnant with our second child. I got up 2 o'clock, grabbed his phone, went in the bathroom. Some female text, hey, smiley face, and a winking face. We're women, we know what a winking face is at 2 o'clock in the morning. My grandmother says nothing good is out past 2. So while she's texting me, he says, oh, it's a friend, it's nothing, this, that, and the third. He wakes up 8 o'clock in the morning, cooks me a nice breakfast, but it's nothing. When do I ever get breakfast? So goes on, maybe 2 weeks after he received the text message, then I pop up at his dorm room. No, I pop up at the house where he says he's staying. I call. Babe, where are you? Where are you? Call his friend. Where's Brandon? Where's Brandon? Brandon's at a dorm room. His car is parked where he pays to live during the week where he works, and he's at the dorm room. So he's called.
Now, Mr. Ward, you're trying to keep your wife. You're admitting very honestly, and I appreciate that, to advance your career by having sexual relationships with other people. Would you be willing to find some other way to climb the ladder in order to maintain your marriage?
I have since that situation. It took me, like I said, we were in separate cities. So when I came back home, I think beginning of the year, I just seen a whole different side, and I realized, like, okay, having sex with women for business, because it ain't for pleasure. I wasn't taking these girls out to eat. I wasn't spending no time with them. It was just, you know, for business.
It was just straight sex.
Yeah, and I realized that I don't have to take it to that level where I have to have
It was
sex
the
with
8-piece combo that made him feel like he couldn't. It was the 8-piece combo.
What is an 8-piece combo?
I pieced him up with my fist. I was pregnant. Yeah, I did. It was
no
3
popping,
days.
no hitting, no
I'm
hurt.
sorry.
It's
I'm
not
sorry.
cool.
But
Not
I was
even-
hurt. I was hurt. I was so hurt.
understand
So
that, but
therefore, I had to let him know that I was hurt.
No, did she?
Right. I mean, she did, you know, but the main thing with Bianca, she acts like she never talked to anybody else before. That's her problem.
Okay.
And I try to tell her, like, don't act like you brand new.
On that note, Mr. Ward, you do say you do have problems with her because we've been messing with you this entire time. So you have some concerns about her temper. And we're going to talk about that so we can find out what your concerns about the marriage are.
Okay.
Does staying out late always mean that Brandon is cheating? Divorce isn't easy. If you need help with your breakup, call toll-free 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Divorce Court. Real relationships, raw emotion. Testimony continues now.
Mr. Ward, I understand that your wife has quite the temper. Why don't you explain that to me?
There's been several instances where she's actually put her hands on me. And, you know, she's a female, so I'm not going to hit her back. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, you just get kind of tired of it. And one particular incident that sticks out the most, I was on the phone with my brother. My brother, he's just not my brother. He's also the CEO of my company. I'm the president, he's CEO, so that's how we work. So a lot of times people will call me, and like he called me about a show. I'm on the phone, she's in the car, I'm on the driver's side. So I guess because, you know, we having a good time, we talking about the show, she's like, get out the phone, I don't want to hear that. I'm like, you know, I'm not about to get out the phone just because you don't want to hear something. You know, so that's the case, you should let me drive my car, and we'd have been fine. So she proceeds to, you know, saying little stuff in the background. So finally, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, just get out. She's like, well, yeah, get out the car. So I get out the car. She takes off. Long story short, I ended up calling a cab home. That's the first incident of her putting me out. She put me out again one time with my sister. My sister's in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? She shouldn't be seeing this, but she gets mad and she just wants to put people out. So it's like,
put him out the second
Now,
time.
now, what was so annoying and that you had to put the man out of the car?
for real.
I just did not want to hear his conversation. Him and his homeboys that have been getting on my nerves, talking about the women, their ladies, their shows.
So it was
where
the
they're
nature
doing-
of the conversation
Right,
that was
right.
bothering
I know
you.
what
Did
you're
you see
talking
that
about.
hot woman, that
No.
kind of thing?
Hot woman? None of the women
Anything
he's
related to my
encountered
company,
has
she don't
been
like.
hot.
She don't like.
Well, no, it was just an example, but okay. Mr. Ward, were you talking about women like your wife wasn't there?
It wasn't no women. I mean, that conversation with my brother, we were literally talking about an upcoming show.
You also say that if you're so much as 1 minute late, she
1 minute.
flips out.
So if I tell her, yeah, I'm gonna be home probably, you know, let's say 10:30, let it be 10:37. I don't take care of my family. I don't want her. I'm messing with these girls. The list just goes on and on and on.
But
And
it's
is
all
this
happening.
ongoing? I
This
mean,
is all the time.
every day, all the time?
Anytime I'm not where I'm
Ms.
supposed-
Ward,
He would be like, okay, well, I'm going to do this, that, and the third with my homeboys, and I'll be home by 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock comes and goes. 5 o'clock comes and goes. I'm still at home with kids.
do you think that at the very least, if you say you're going to be home at a certain hour and you can't make it, to give her a call and let her know?
He don't leave and stuff like that.
So she can make plans, adjust her day, or just know that you respect.
My thing with Bianca is I don't mind being home at a certain time, but if your kids are in daycare and you don't have a job, why can't you get everything done within the hours of your children's daycare? She want to wait till 7 o'clock when, you know, to make a song or any project somebody's working on, you can't just make that in 4 or 5 minutes. It takes time.
Your kids are in daycare and you're not working?
I'm a full-time student, Judge.
Oh, okay.
Full-time student.
couple classes during the week?
3 classes during the week, and I do have quite a bit of homework for all 3 classes. Yes, I do have to study so that I can.
But y'all getting your hair done and your nails done and your fingernails.
These are Saturdays we're talking about with my hairdos and stuff of that nature. This hairdo was actually done while my children were in daycare because I know I can't depend on him for time frames and stuff of that nature.
I'm thinking about this. I understand what you're saying. I think I know what's wrong with you. I think I know what's wrong with you. I want to give you an opportunity to make your best case for saving this marriage, and I have a couple of recommendations of my own.
Is Brandon's focus on himself due to his dedication to art or just the way he lives?
Do you think Bianca should continue to pay for Brandon's rap career? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Real relationships, raw emotion. Divorce Court continues.
Mrs. Ward, you say you love your husband.
I do.
But you can't stay.
I can't.
Because you feel like your marriage is worthless. Tell me what makes you feel like your marriage is worthless.
I don't trust my husband at all. He can say, well, we have a show. We've done so many things where I believed everything he said pretty much. And to come out and now we're here is just like, okay, you've done too much during this whole marriage. I don't.
Has it gotten better though? He seems to indicate that he stopped sleeping with women, which is a step forward. I mean, I know it was a horrible thing to do in the beginning, but do you see any improvement on his part during the course of the marriage?
I see improvement, but just as fast as I can see improvement, something will change, and now he's sleeping with this person.
She watches too much TV, Your Honor.
You still sleeping around, Mr. Ward? Let's just get it out there.
No, I ain't.
When's the last time you cheated on her?
In October, when she did the 8-piece. I
gave birth to our son October 14th, Judge.
And you were cheating in October, when she was 9 months pregnant.
It was more to it, though. It wasn't just.
What else was there to it?
It was good. We was going through some things at the time, and I told her, I said, yo, I don't think I need to be married right now. I'm telling her these things. I'm like, yo, I just need to be out here doing my thing, and she's not listening.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Ward. You can't say, I don't think I need to be married right now. You are married until you're not married anymore, and you must behave in a married fashion. My husband and I have gone through difficult times. There was a year and a half I didn't even like the guy. But I never cheated on him. I never ran around on him because I promised him to be faithful and true to him. We either work out our problems or not work out our problems. But I'm not going to decide just because I momentarily think the cat is a jerk, going to run around on him. You can't do it. It's not grown. It's not right. It's not marriage. Wife having a baby and you out there running around. You know how much work that is?
Right.
Tell me what you think you can do to persuade her that you're worth keeping.
I love my career. I love what I have going on. I love my children. But I'm not going to let no woman or nobody stop me from what I'm doing. So I'm like, I love her. I don't want to be with no other woman, none of that. But if she can't accept that and accept the good times that we do have, then she gonna have to make a decision.
What was the question I asked you?
What can I do to persuade her to stay with me?
And did you hear that answer you gave?
No persuasion.
It was a rude little ultimatum. If you're not happy, you move on. I ain't gonna do nothing for nobody. Here's your problem, Mr. Ward. Here's your problem right here. You're not interested in her happiness at all, and she knows it. You're interested in you, and if she wants to tag on for your fun ride on whatever roller coaster you want to be on, and she want to sit there and let it happen, that's fine, come along. But the minute she asks you for any kind of fidelity or support or love or care or something that would make her feel secure in her own home and in her own marriage, you're like, baby, you on your own.
I'm her biggest supporter, though, and she'll tell you that. I know you're not going to lie about that.
You're not giving her what she needs. Doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're not giving her what she needs, you're of no value to her. I'm going to tell you, Mr. Ward, I mean, selfishness is love's demise. Love cannot survive in an atmosphere of I'm about me, I'm only about me, and either you get on board or get gone. And I don't think you want to stay married. I think you want the conveniences of a wife and a marriage, but you don't really want to be married. You want to do what you want to do and have somebody at home taking care of the ship while you know,
she don't do that,
running.
though. It's not like she cooking and cleaning. I know what you're saying out of a woman. She don't do that. So, therefore, I'm not going to sit here and be like, I don't need her to sit here and cook, clean, none of that stuff.
What do you want from her?
I just want her to be supportive, and if you're going to be with me, stop bringing up the past. Every day, an argument shouldn't be consistent of what happened in October 2013.
Right, October
it's
2013.
every day.
I got to tell you, what you said here like 2 minutes ago was just rude. I mean, that wasn't years ago. That was 5 minutes ago. My husband says something like that to me, we'd still be arguing.
Judge Lynn Toller's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toller's ruling right now.
So, Mrs. Ward, you brought him here. You petitioned this court for a number of items that you say you assisted him with in his business. Can you give me a list of the things that you believe you provided for him in the course of his putting his business together?
The parties that have been thrown, the mixtapes that have been purchased, some of the gear that has been purchased for the company, trips, gas. That sounds about everything, right?
Everything. You helped with everything.
Right.
You helped with everything. Mr. Ward, what do you have to say about that?
She's been very helpful throughout my whole career, but to sit here and be like she's paid for everything, I'm not going to let her say she's done that, you know. But she has been very helpful, and there's been times where I look up and I tell her, like, I'm tired of everybody doing this, and she'll be like, you know what, I got you. Here you go. You good. So I do give her a benefit out of that, but she ain't, you know, funded my whole career, nothing like that.
It's my wedding ring. My wedding ring.
You bought your wedding ring?
I bought my wedding ring, and he threw my wedding ring.
I threw it?
You threw my wedding ring over the balcony at 10:33. Yes.
Oh, you know why? Because she was talking to somebody.
I was
which
talking
goes
to
back
somebody.
to everything that I've been doing.
I wasn't having sex with somebody. I was talking to somebody.
Let me tell you, Mr. Ward, you're showing up a bit of a fool. This is a woman who's beautiful, has your back, and has put up with a lot of crap with you over the years. And you can't do some very basic things to make her feel loved and cared for and secure in your own home. I think you're going to really miss her when she's gone. I really, really think you're going to miss her when she's gone. A good woman, you know, a good woman isn't just a pretty woman. A good woman is, you know, when you said, I got you, a woman says, I got you, you know you got something. But you just going to run off. I mean, you're just not going to do it right. Mrs. Ward, I wish I could give you some money for these things. I really, really do. But what you were doing, you were investing in a mutual future. You were investing in a business that was going to carry the two of you on into the future together and well. So I can't bust that out and say he owes you that. But what I can say is this, move on and move upward. You know what I mean? He might be the first guy that loved you, but he won't be the last. You're a beautiful woman, you have a great spirit about you, and you don't have to take it. I'm glad you're moving forward. I wish you all the best. There will be no recovery, and this matter is adjourned.
Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.